Mark Seth Lender, an author and producer for public radio's Living on Earth, just returned from Canada's Hudson Bay. Get this, he went there to do research and photograph polar bears of all things, and along the way, he shattered some preconceptions about these animals. And Mark Seth Lender joins us now to talk about his trip and some amazing pictures that you were able to take. What I know about polar bears is you do not want to get close to one. And you're saying you were very close to these bears.
On occasion. I expected, just as you would have, white sharks with fur.
Right.
But that really wasn't the case. For the most part, if you didn't antagonize them, they weren't that interested. We were hunted on 2 occasions, but that was really sort of casual interest.
What do you mean casual? Does hunted mean you don't run?
Well, no, you don't run because they can outrun you.
Yes.
It's more a question of strategy. You watch the bear, and contrary to what you might think, the big bears kind of have a lot of experience, and they're not that dangerous unless they're extremely hungry and they're on you.
Oh my goodness.
It's the little guys who are like juvenile delinquents. So when you hear of a bear attack, they usually say the bear is 400 or 500 pounds. That's a juvenile delinquent, and those bears are not yet socialized, and they're the ones you really have to watch out for.
Well, you captured some really sweet moments. They almost look more like teddy bears rather than these ferocious bears. The first picture we have is a picture of a bear that you named Al.
Yes, that's owlbear and fireweed, and he's
oh, so sweet.
Well, he really had that personality. We used to, or I began calling him a large white dog in a bear suit.
And clearly you were inspired by Al because you wrote a poem about him?
Yes, one morning we tried to get him to vocalize for the program, and so we went up with our recording equipment and got closer and closer and closer, and finally he looked up, blinked, and said, "Oh, it's just you guys," and went back to sleep. So after that I wrote, what I like about owlbear is the whiteness of his hair, and he doesn't really care how close I stand. Oh, he doesn't rise to greet me, because he knows that he can eat me. And I hope his dinner wasn't made of Spam, and I hope his breakfast isn't who I am.
Oh, that's great. That's great. You have another photo to share with us this morning. Tell me a little bit about this one.
Well, it looks like owlbear has a, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there he is in this water.
This is another bear. That's actually one of the bears that hunted us, and she's just finished eating. That's a sow. And she's gone into the water to do what a dog would do and wash and shake off.
So you were just out there with one other person. Tell me a little bit about it. Just a 2-man team.
On this occasion, I had an Inuit guide named Billy Yukatuk, who was a very experienced individual.
To watch your back.
To watch my back and to get us out there, because we were in his boat. So, and we were probably maybe 150 feet from that bear you just saw.
Wow, well, let's look at the next photo that we have coming up. So this, evidently, you have some sweet photos. The one that you're holding in your hands.
Yes, this is quite lovely. It's well, now that's no,
we've
gone
to
so
lovely.
That's Mom, and she's hunting us right there.
Oh,
that look,
goodness.
which is intermittent. She doesn't hold that look. That's she, because she doesn't want you to know she's hunting you.
She looks like she's coming straight at you.
She's coming straight at us, and she went down into the water and did her little walk around, and as she angled towards us, every once in a while she'd give us that ferocious look. And
then she just cooled it. She just cooled her jets. And
well, no, we were far enough out that she kind of thought about it for a minute and figured that by the time she got to us, we'd be gone, and she gave it up because everything's about energy expenditure and body fat, and we're both kind of small, Billy and I. So.
You're a brave man, is what I have to say about that. We have another photo of a bear that you call Joey. Oh,
yeah, well,
sweet.
he's actually yelling down in between those rocks. Frankie, you down there? Hey, Frankie.
Where's Frankie?
Oh, well, someone down there in those rocks that he's calling to. What he's really doing is, the real top predator in the Arctic is the mosquito, and he's wiping mosquitoes off his face, but it just looks like he's hollering down the hole.
Fascinating, truly fascinating, and gorgeous, gorgeous pictures. Thank you so much, Mark Seth Lender, for being here with us this morning.